Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm working on a layout for Christie's Beautiful Life's 30 Days of Sketches, and I'm using Calvinball Prompts to decide what's going to go on my layout. All right, friends, so here's my starting point. Here is the sketch for today. This is a sketch by Janet Fritz of Galaxy Girl Creations, and it is the day 4 sketch for Christie's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, and I am going to stay pretty true to this sketch, I think. So we will see. I'm going to tell you what my idea is, and then we're going to go from there. So I think I'm going to pull a piece of white cardstock, but this is the collection kit that I pulled out from my little girl stash for my little girl's album. And here is the papers. So this is the Snugglebug collection by Little Yellow Bicycle from 2009. Now, I didn't have any little girls in 2009. I had 3 boys, but my son's little girl is the first girl in my little family since me, and I am scrapping her first year, and so I got this paper gifted to me from a friend who had already finished scrapbooking her granddaughter. And later, after I had received these papers, I found in a clearance bin some Snugglebug embellishments. So this was a sticker sheet. I don't know. I have used some of them and they worked just fine. This was also Little Yellow Bicycle. It was a different collection, but I thought the colors went okay, so I grabbed it anyway. And it's got glitter. These stickers are glitter. They don't really show up that way on camera, but... And then I also bought the boy one because I thought a lot of the embellishments and colors would go really well with the paper line, and also because there were a couple of the boy version of the paper in here too. So there's that. And then I had, in this same like bundle, I had these 2 things. So I have an alpha option, and then I have this rub-on transfer sheet booklet from, it was a baby boy one, but it's mostly used up. I just have like alphabets and stuff in there. Oops, sorry, I forgot to turn off my phone. Okay, so that's the sketch and the collection that I decided to use. So what I'm thinking is for this diagonal piece, I think I'm going to cut this really cute paper diagonally from here to here. I am going to leave this off of it because it's a outdoor layout and it's not at nighttime. So I'm going to leave that off, but I want to use this part of it. Yeah. And then I am going to maybe use that side for the triangle piece that goes here, or I might use a scrap of the pink, or if I want to go contrasting, I might use the blue one. This is the boy version, but the colors go fine, right? Like it's all the same colors. It's just one is more prominently pink and one is more prominently blue. And then I was thinking that I would maybe take the, where is it? Scrap that I have here, and I might fussy cut this little caterpillar and pop him up on the bottom of my page because I think that'd be really cute. So that's what I was thinking. And then I started going through the Calvinball prompts. So prompt number 1, star. So I pulled out some enamel pieces from my baby bin that have stars on them. So we'll try to get some of those on there. A die cut. I recently got this die at a thrift shop, and so I'm going to use these dies that I had already cut out for a sample to see how they worked. And then striped paper. This is left over from my last layout, and I think it goes pretty well, so I'm gonna maybe use some of that. What else do I have? Oh, I also have the orange striped paper, so I might use that side too. And even though I'm using this to fussy cut, I have another little chunk of it here. So there's that. For striped, a stamp. I pulled out the date stamp. I'm going to count that. It's a stamp. Stencil. I did pull out a stencil. I'm not sure if I'll use it, but I was thinking if I did, I would probably want to use this dot one from, this is the Color Study collection from Vicki Boutin. So that's the stencil I pulled. And date, that's again double dipping there, date, stamp. Frame, I didn't find a frame with this bundle, and I mean at the very most I might make one if I decide I really want them. Heart, there was also hearts on here, so I think we're good to go there. Hearts, stars, frame, washi. I grabbed a couple of different washi tapes, and I think washi will go good with this sketch because, where did I put it? And I pulled this heart one because it's hard to find, well, not hard to find. I just typically use my washi horizontally across my page, and this one goes vertically. And I thought maybe on this sketch, how there's like a couple of strips down the right hand side, I thought maybe that's where I would put my washi. So I thought that vertical heart one might be good. And then I also pulled out this pink and red polka dot. So that washi, gold, I didn't find anything gold that I wanted to use with this. Fussy cut, I already talked about how I thought about fussy cutting this guy, so that fit into my plan pretty well. Handwriting, journaling, I don't know if I'll do that. I've been typing up the journaling for her layouts for the most part. Polka dot, so I got polka dot washi. 2 or more fonts in your title. I don't know what my title is going to be, but I do have this font as well as these bits. So that would be 2 different fonts. And I think another one was to use a typewriter font. So I also, in this little bundle, I don't have a typewriter, but this had some rub-ons that were typewriter-ish looking. So I think if I can get those on there, that would work nice. And then what else do we have here? Circle. I thought doilies are circles. That counts, right? There's also circle stickers in here. So maybe one of those, I guess. Let me see on the girl version. There are some sticker frames in here, so maybe I could make that work too. There is a circle sticker with stars on it. How's that for double and triple dipping? Okay, green. There's green in the paper as well as the embellishments. No worries there. A punch. I did grab a couple of my, what are these called? Ticket punches. So I think I might try to use those. Oh look, you can see my camera in there. Hello. Okay, and then what else? Punches, avocados. Nope, did not find an avocado. But when I was printing my photos, check this out. Where did I put them? They're here somewhere, aren't they? Oh my gosh, I'm a hot mess, eh? When I was printing my photos, this one was in that same little bundle of photos, and it's really hard to see, but my grandson has an avocado on his pajamas, so I'm gonna scrap these eventually during Calvinball and get my avocado point in there. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna do that, because I don't think I have avocado anything. Zebra stripe, nope, didn't find anything. Chipboard, I grabbed a few little chipboard pieces that I had in my baby container. So Happy Together, Play, and Delight. Thought those would be cute little bits to put in there. And film strip. Okay, so I thought that I had, in fact, I'm pretty sure at some point I did, but I must have used them. I thought that I had die cut, like on my Cricut, a bunch of film strip pieces and in black and white and thrown them into my die cut binder. So I went into my die cut binder looking for these allegedly pre-done pieces that I vaguely remember making, and thought, oh, for sure they've got to be in here. So I'm flipping through the binder, do not find any die cut film strip pieces, but what I did find was these were in the same binder because they fit in, like, that's the size of the embellishment, is the 12-inch, and so these were in there. So I pulled those out because I'm like, well, although these don't really match with the layout I'm doing today, if I have them out, maybe I'll get them on some other layouts this month. And that reminded me that I had also purchased these 49 in Market essential film strips in pewter. So maybe I can get some of those on some layouts too. But for this layout, I don't think that's going to happen. But I did find them. Typewriter font, we already talked about. Vellum. This was in my little girl bundle box as well. And it's got little girl vellum sayings and whatnot. So I might grab something out of here. Not sure what, but maybe something. And then I also have this, this is a vellum, and you can't really tell on here, can you? If I put it on a solid sheet maybe, but it has white dots on it. Well, it's a little bit better to see. So it's like a white dot vellum, but it's just a scrap of it. It could be just cut into, like, I don't know, strips or something. So a couple of options there for getting vellum onto my layout. Leftovers from my last layout, that's this stripe paper. A feather I did not find. Silver, I grabbed some brads, and these brads are going to cover a few Calvinball items for me. So they are, they have silver rings around the edge. They are metal, so that counts as 2. And what was the other thing I was going to count them as? Silver, metal, and maybe that's it. Oh, circle maybe. Okay, so we got that. The other thing says QR code. I'm not putting a QR code on here. Stitching. There is a lot of stitching incorporated into the papers, like all the little tails behind the bee. So if that's on here already, I'll count that. And if not, maybe I'll put some of my own on. Just I won't hand stitch it, but I will draw it on. And the last thing I get a point for is using a sketch, which I've already been doing. So I was really happy when Alice added that during the Calvinball crop this morning. So if you are interested in that, I will have a link to her crop video below if it's available on the YouTubes. Yeah, I think that's it for now. So I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to get started on my layout. I'm going to put down some papers. I'm going to put down maybe some stenciling, maybe some photos, maybe type up some journaling, and then we will see where we get to from there. Okay, so hang on and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got most of my layout complete and tried to follow along with some of these prompts. Here's the sketch that I started with, so you can kind of see where I went with it. I'm not 100% happy with the way my triangles turned out, but I didn't feel like I needed to lift it all up and fix it either, so it worked out okay. Let's see, what can I tell you? I started with just the papers and the photos at first, and then I started going through my Calvinball list to add things on. So let's see where we're at. So the first thing I did was I noticed there was a green star on here. So I was like, oh, star's taken care of. And then die cut wise, I used these doilies that I die cut. And striped paper, I did end up using this orange paper, which is hard to see that it's striped, but it is. Got white stripes on it. It doesn't really show up very good on camera, but in real life you can definitely tell it's striped. And then what else did I do? I did stamp my date down here, and I decided not to use the stencil because I used this embossed cardstock Swiss dot embossed from Basil. And I didn't think that I would like how the stenciling would turn out on top of that. And then I thought of putting some here, but then I changed my mind. The date is on here. Frames. So I took this circle sticker frame that was on here and I cut it in half, and I put half of the frame here and half of the frame here. And hearts, I used this heart washi here, and then the next thing on the list is washi. So I got 2 strips of washi, this polka dot and the hearts, and then this was a border sticker that I decided to add, and because I just wanted that to be just a little bit wider than what it was. Gold I did not include on here. Fussy cut, I fussy cut this little caterpillar out of the extra scrap of paper, and I popped him up. I don't know if you can really see, but he's popped up on there, and I really like what it adds to. And then I was able to tuck my photos in behind also, so I did that. Handwritten journaling, no, I didn't do any of that. Polka dots, I got polka dot washi on there. 2 fonts in my title, so I used this little chipboard piece as part of my title, and it just says Delight Together, which is kind of a weird title, but I'm trying to use the titling options that are included because I tend to ignore that and just get out my letter stickers and go for it. But then I'm left with all of these kinds of things. So I'm trying to do that. Let's see. Circle. Yep. I definitely got some circles on here. Doilies are circles. The circle sticker frame that I used. And then I also punched this circle back here because this, I don't know why, but this showing through all of the washi layers and stuff kind of looked funny on the doily, so I got that on there. Green, there's plenty of green on the layout. Green, there's green dots here, green star, and then punch. Yeah, I punched this vellum circle back here with a circle punch that was just a bit bigger than the doily so that it would like hold it. Also, I think maybe because once I put this frame on, this one looked odd because these ones had like a frame around the doily and then this one didn't. So I think that vellum circle helped somehow with just that visual triangle of the eye, I guess. Avocado, no. Zebra stripes, no. Chipboard, this is chipboard, this one's chipboard, and this one is chipboard. So I got 3 pieces of chipboard on there. Film strip, I at first was like totally convinced that I wouldn't use them, but then when I got these black hearts on here, I was like, oh, well now I need a little bit of something black on this side. So I took the film strip and I cut it in half and just put 1/2 of the film strip on this side of my photo, which worked out nicely. Typewriter font I did not end up using. Vellum, this punched circle was that polka dot vellum, and you don't really see the polka dots on it the way that it is, but I really like how it framed that doily, so I'm happy with it. Leftovers from my last layout, yep, this, what do you call this, photo mat is cut from a leftover from my last layout. A feather, no, I did not put a feather on here. Silver, the backs of my brads are silver. Metal, brads are metal. QR code, no. Stitching, I did. I put like doodled stitching around my journaling tag, a little bit on here, a little bit on this one, and a little bit on this one. And then I also did some little doodling lines out from the little character up here and then this little one down here. And I think that was it for the stitching. And then it says sketch. So yeah, I started with a sketch there. So quite a few points on this one. And I also get points today for sharing during the crop, going to the crop, cleaning my desk in between my layouts, which I tend to do anyways, but my room needed a real tidy up after my haul video and some thrifty shopping, and I just had like so much on the go and it was all out and about. So I got a bunch of stuff put away, which was really awesome. And then, so cleaning up my desk, I get a point. Sharing during the crop, I get a point. Going to the crop, I get a point. Posting on YouTube, I get 2 points. Posting to Instagram, I'll get 2 points. Posting to the gallery, I'll get another 2 points. Making a process video is 1 point. And having a layout is 1 point. They've added a new one that says putting away 5 layouts gets you a point. But I put my layouts away at the end of the month, so I guess I'll collect a point then. No, I won't, because it'll be April when I get back. And yeah, that was another thing today. I also noticed, so while I wanted to add these little flowers, I think. So while I do that, I'll tell you what I noticed today, that I was all gung-ho to like follow these prompts for like the month of March and like do a video every day. And I was really excited about doing that. And then I realized I'm not going to be here for the whole month of March. Crazy. As one of my little students would say, Mrs. Valentine, you're a silly goose. Yes. Apparently I don't even know what my own plans are. So my end of the month, I'm planning to go and see my grandchildren. So I have plane tickets that have been booked since Christmas time. It's not a surprise. It's not new information. I don't know. Was not thinking about the whole calendar. So I don't know. I guess we'll see how many of the sketches I can get done, but I obviously won't be counting Calvinball points for my layouts at the end of the month because they'll be pre-recorded. However, I've decided that how I will collect points at the end of the month will be through, like you get points for commenting on posts and videos and that sort of thing, which I don't get to do all the time because I'm usually kind of busy during the day and can't really be on my phone. I was able to last night. Actually, while I was at work, because we had some downtime, and did a little bit of that. But for the most part, I don't have time to do that. So at the end of the month, that's how I'm going to collect my points. Is I'm going to go around commenting on people's videos and giving everybody a little bit of love, and that's how I'll get a few points added at the end of Calvinball. Because it will not be from posting videos or making layouts or adding things to my layout. And you know what? Maybe by the end it'll be a little bit chaotic anyways, because it seems like today when she added all the things, I was like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to keep up to all of this? It seemed a little bit crazy. So I don't know. Maybe I will appreciate, guys, am I going to use the green flower? No, I'm going to use the turquoise flower. I have a hard time with green flowers. I think I mentioned that in my video yesterday. I always feel like flowers shouldn't be green because leaves are green. I don't know why that's a thing for me, but it is. So I wanted to add some little florals in there, and I'm not sure I'm happy with all the placements of those. I like this one. I like this one, but I'm not happy with that one. Okay, well, I can move him. It's fine. He can move. I'll go there. Is that better? Yeah, I do like that better. Okay. So, yeah. So, I'll see if I can get some videos recorded for the end of the month of Christie's Beautiful Life layouts, like the sketches from the end of the month, if I have time. And if not, well, that'll just be a blank spot in there. But yeah, so here I was all gung-ho that I was going to scrapbook every day in March, and that's not going to happen. I'll scrapbook every day up until the 23rd of March. So that is it for today. Here's my layout following the beautiful Janet Fritz on Galaxy Girl Creations sketch for 30 Days of Sketches with Christie's Beautiful Life, and I will have both of their channels linked below. If you go check them out, I think you'll really like what you see. And Calvinball is a lot of fun. It certainly helps you to look for certain things, and maybe I wouldn't have used chipboard or brads on this layout had I not had that prompt. So I really like how it sparks creativity. Give it a shot. I will link that down below as well. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.